February 28, 2026. 12 hours, 900 strikes. Iran's supreme leader dead. 39 days later, ceasefire. This wasn't a war, it was a decapitation. And it worked exactly as planned. Wars are won by destroying the enemy's ability to fight. You can bomb their tanks, sink their ships, level their cities, but there's a faster way. Kill the brain. The entire body stops working. Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, wasn't just a figurehead. He was the decision maker, the final authority. Every military operation required his approval. Every strategic move went through him. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps answers to him. The military answers to him. Iran's nuclear program answers to him. The proxy networks across the Middle East answer to him. He was the central node in Iran's entire command structure, and on February 28, the United States erased that node in 12 hours. The strike wasn't random. It was 15 years in the making.
U.S. intelligence spent years mapping Iran's leadership, tracking movements, identifying bunkers, building target packages. They knew where Khamenei met with advisors, where he slept, where he prayed. They had penetrated Iran's communications networks, hacked municipal traffic cameras, built pattern-of-life profiles on every senior official. When the war started, the U.S. didn't strike military bases first. They struck leadership, Khamenei, his top generals, IRGC commanders, nuclear program directors, defense ministers. 900 strikes in 12 hours. But the most important ones happened in the first 60 minutes. Leadership elimination, coordination disruption, command paralysis. Admiral Brad Cooper later said the strikes were designed to remove Iran's ability to make decisions. That's military speak for, we killed everyone who could give orders. Khamenei died in the opening salvo. Reports suggest a precision strike on his compound. Multiple munitions, no survivors. The Iranian government tried to hide it for 3 days. State media showed old footage, claimed he was fine. But intelligence satellites don't lie. Communications intercepts don't lie. By March 3rd, Iran admitted it. Khamenei was dead. So were dozens of senior officials. The regime's inner circle had been obliterated. And that's when Iran's military started falling apart. Here's what people don't understand about centralized command structures. When the top dies, everything below freezes. Military units need orders. Commanders need authorization. Operations need approval. Without a supreme leader, Iran's entire decision-making apparatus stopped functioning. The Revolutionary Guard didn't know who was in charge. The regular military didn't know who to report to. Regional commanders couldn't coordinate. Proxy groups in Iraq, Syria, Lebanon had no guidance. Iran launched retaliatory strikes, drones, missiles, attacks on Gulf states. But they were disorganized, reactive, no strategic coherence. The U.S. kept hitting command nodes, communications hubs, leadership bunkers. Every time Iran tried to reconstitute command authority, another strike eliminated it. For 39 days, Iran fought without a brain. Units operated independently. No coordination, no strategy, just chaos. Iran tried to replace Khamenei quickly, appointed Mujtaba Khamenei, his son. But a new supreme leader doesn't instantly restore command structure. Military loyalty takes time to transfer. Commanders need to accept new authority. Communication channels need to rebuild. That process takes months. Iran didn't have months. The U.S. was destroying infrastructure faster than Iran could respond. Nuclear sites hit. Missile facilities destroyed. Naval assets sunk. Air defenses degraded. By April, Iran had lost over 130 vessels. 13,000 targets struck. Their military was functional but fractured, capable of attacks but not campaigns. And critically, they had no coherent leadership giving strategic direction. This is why decapitation works. Modern militaries are complex machines. They require coordination across multiple domains: air, sea, land, cyber, space. Synchronizing those domains requires central command. Remove central command, the machine stops working efficiently.
Units can still fight, but they can't execute complex operations, can't sustain campaigns, can't adapt to changing battlefield conditions. Iran proved this. After Khamenei's death, their operations became predictable, closing the Strait of Hormuz, launching drone swarms, firing ballistic missiles, all tactically sound, but no strategic vision tying them together. The US anticipated every move, countered every action. Iran was playing checkers while the US played chess. Because Iran had no one coordinating the big picture, by day 30, Iran's economy was collapsing. Their currency in free fall. Oil exports blocked. Imports stopped. Food prices soaring. Civil unrest spreading. The new supreme leader couldn't stop it. Didn't have Khamenei's authority. Didn't have the institutional knowledge. Didn't have the network of loyalists. Iran's military wanted to keep fighting, but the government needed to survive. Internal pressure mounted. Hardliners pushed for escalation. Moderates pushed for negotiation. Without Khamenei's absolute authority to impose unity, Iran's leadership fractured. Different factions pulling different directions. No one could force consensus. On April 8th, day 39, Iran agreed to a ceasefire. Not because they were militarily defeated. They still had weapons, still had forces, still had fight. But they had no leadership capable of wielding those assets effectively. No one who could coordinate a sustained campaign. No one with the authority to unite the regime. The decapitation strategy worked. This terrifies China, because China's command structure is identical to Iran's. Everything runs through Xi Jinping. Every major decision requires his approval. Remove him, China's government freezes. The People's Liberation Army is loyal to the Communist Party. The party is loyal to Xi. If Xi disappears, the succession fight would paralyze China for months. The US just demonstrated they can eliminate a nation's leadership in 12 hours. Precision strikes, bunker busters, cyber attacks, intelligence penetration, all executed simultaneously. Xi now knows his bunkers aren't safe, his communications aren't secure, his command structure is vulnerable. This changes deterrence calculations. China can't just build more missiles, more ships, more planes, because the US isn't targeting hardware. They're targeting the operator. North Korea is watching too. Kim Jong-un's entire regime is built around him personally. Remove Kim, North Korea implodes. The military might fragment. Regional commanders might seize power. South Korea might invade during the chaos. This is why authoritarian regimes are inherently fragile. They concentrate power in one person. That person becomes a single point of failure. Democratic systems distribute power. If the US president dies, the vice president takes over. If both die, the Speaker of the House. The system continues functioning. Iran learned this the hard way. Khamenei concentrated all authority in himself. When he died, the system couldn't adapt fast enough. The Iran war proved something strategically important. Modern warfare isn't just about firepower. It's about disruption. You don't need to destroy every enemy tank, every ship, every plane. You need to destroy their ability to use those assets effectively. Leadership elimination does that. Communications disruption does that. Cyber warfare does that. The US killed Khamenei in hour 1, spent 39 days exploiting that disruption. Iran never recovered. This is the future of warfare. Precision strikes on leadership, cyber attacks on command systems, AI-targeted operations on decision nodes. The US didn't defeat Iran's military. They defeated Iran's ability to command that military. And that was enough. 39 days from first strike to ceasefire. Not because Iran ran out of weapons, not because they couldn't fight, because they lost the one person who could tell them how to fight. Kill the brain, the body dies. Iran learned that lesson in 39 days. China is taking notes.